Monday, you can work anytime in this computer room or through Workspace. You have used maybe EIT Workspace on your project, but that's a team-based work. And next week, Mahan and myself will interview, your project, yeah. And then we will ask questions randomly to, one of the members in your team, and then a few questions to cover everyone in the team. Is that clear?
Yep.
Do you want me to repeat? Yeah. So this week and next week we'll be in this room, and the time between today and next Monday we'll be working on the project using CAMEL. Okay, and then project is team-based work, like the lab report. Lab report will be due today, but tonight make sure we don't talk about lab report. Okay, we just concentrate on the project on CAMEL. Okay, so first I will introduce CAMEL, and then after that, even Mahan has, because Mahan had an industry background. I think she's more experienced than I am in using CAMEL in the practice part. And then I think actually you can start anytime to use the CAMEL. And then after my introduction, and then we will start to work on the project. Okay. And if you go to the left-hand side, the menu list, and then just go down to C. Do you see CAMEL?
Why you moved it?
Can
Why
you
you
see
moved
CAMEL
it?
in the menu? Yes? Can everyone see menu? CAMEL? You just click on the, on this
Choose another
folder,
place.
and then you will see
Much easier.
CAMEL 5111, and double click, maybe single click. Yeah, single click is alright. You should get this window. Can everyone get a window like that? Yeah? Okay. Not working? Should we work? What we are going to do we will go through all these items on the top menu, okay? And then actually CAMEL, this software, mainly has two parts. One is called project. The other one is air handling units, okay? And as you learned from last week, Mahan already taught you, to perform the load estimation, we need to consider certain factors and input information to CAMEL. And the CAMEL will do the calculations for you and give you the output. And also because CAMEL is developed by local industry, the company is in Melbourne, so all the information stored in this software in the library is Australia-based. Okay, so I think we are using this software partially because we want to support the local industry. It's not complicated software, actually very simple. Probably that's why when it's installed in Workspace, we have had a lot of problems. Okay, and now if we need to load a file, okay, just go to Open Project. Okay. And click on OK. Then we'll see there are 3 sample files. Okay, we open the sample 1 plot data. Sample 1. Okay, can you follow? Yeah, sample 1. Yeah, and click and okay. And then you will get the project, opened successfully. Okay, so this sample has a single zone. I think will be similar. You will see it's similar to the project you are going to do. So that's why I select this one. The other two have multi-zones. Okay, more complicated. If you are interested, you can have a look as well. Okay. Then first, what you need to do, you look at this green smiling faces. Okay, if your information input into CAMEL is all correct, and then you will get all these smiling faces. Otherwise, you will get a red face. Okay, then you have to correct until all the faces become green and smiling. Okay, first we have a look P for project. That's the step by step you need to input the information from the project instruction sheets. Okay. So first you need to give a name of your project. Each team should have a name. Yeah. And then select the location, New South Wales. That's the Sydney Observatory Hill. And in your project, probably you need something like an airport. I'm not sure if there is an airport. Yes? Okay, yeah. Or CBD, okay? If you have either airport or CBD for Sydney, that's enough for your project. And some of the data in the cells with yellow color, as long as you give south, north, I think and also the location, the latitude, all this information will be given automatically. Okay, and then minimum living coil temperature. This one you can change. It's better just leave it as 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, and then this one, if it's like that, that's right north direction. Okay, but in this project it's not exactly north. Okay, and then in your project you will need to give the orientation of the building, and then you will define north wall, west wall, east wall, something like that. Okay, and that I think that's and also select how many hours. I think in your project probably it's not 24 hours. You should choose the 8 to 18 hours. And then because we are going to mainly performing the cooling load estimation, so winter warm-up percentage as a method. Okay, so that's the first page. Okay, it's first page, and the second part, schedule. Okay, you need to input the activities and in which time period the equipment will be switched on. Okay, for example here, people means the occupants. Okay, and then that's 24 hours. They come to work, start work at 8 a.m. but until 10 o'clock, only part of the people will turn up. For example, 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., 60% of the people will be arrived, only percentage, okay? And 9 o'clock, 80%, and until 10, everyone will be there, okay? And then 4 o'clock, some people already leaving, go home, okay? And 90% left, and then 5 o'clock, I think more people leave, and then 6 o'clock, no one is there. Okay, and then the lights will be on from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. Okay, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And the equipment like the computers, the printers, they will be 100% on from 8 to 5 p.m. Okay, that's only this project. Okay, you need to read the instruction for your project to set up this, time. Okay. Okay, and then shading for windows. Okay, this one you will need to give a name, like for the windows, like front, side or roof. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then give the depths of the overhead. Okay, overhead is something like that. Okay, like that, and that's the depths. Okay, probably you would think that's width or depth. Okay. And for this part, I think for all the you can find the information by click the question mark, okay, and go to the menu to see the explanation. Okay, what's depth, what's distance, what's left side, right side gap, and whatever. Okay, and then you can go to the menu, okay, to see the detailed definition of this, parameters you need to input. So question mark, you click on the number, okay? You click on the number and then the question mark, okay? Then you will get an online menu. And also all of this, I don't think I can explain in details. You need to try. And the overhand, sorry, that's not this example. I think that's the overhand, okay? On the side is a review, okay? Review size here, left, right, okay? And that's the overhand, okay? And then when you input the details, I think you will get more and more experience. Okay, and just to try the numbers, and then you can see the change of the location. And windows, you will need to give a name as well, because later on the wall, the wall side, then you will input the number, the name of the window, and also overhand, whatever review, and then we will automatically locate it. The question just if this sample doesn't have a number, you can still click. For example, you don't have here shading. Okay, you don't have any number for distance, the overhand distance, and then you can still get the menu. Okay, you can still get the menu if you click on overhand, and you can see. Can you see this diagram? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Shading and then windows. You need to give not all the windows. Just depends on the type. For example, the east wall and the south wall, they have the same size, same materials of the window. You just give one name. Okay. and then later you will locate this name on the east wall and the south wall. Okay, do you understand? It's name the types of the windows, not each of the windows. Okay. Not I think not the location yet. Yeah, and then on the wall side you will locate where the window should be, which one. Yeah. But this part you just define the size of the window. Okay, like window front, 2,700 millimeters high, and and then the width is 4,000 millimeters. And then the U value depends on the window, okay? And all the like shape factor and frame shape factor correction, internal shading, whatever, yes or no, and then you just click, for example, U value, okay? U value from CAMEL. You can just click this one. Yes. Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah, you don't have to go down, just click U value. And then you got single glass, double glass, and then air space between the two glasses, and what's the U value given. Okay? And then I think in the project instruction sheets, shouldn't have any confusion. I just copied one of them. Okay, should be easy for you to find. And the shape factor, and then with blinds or whatever. I think basically what we need to do is this part, not this part. Okay. And the walls. Okay, and in this project there is only one type of walls, and in the project you will need to choose probably two different types of walls plus the roof. Okay, and there are two parts of the menu. One for the walls, okay, and the other one for the roof. And then, because you need to look at the description, see, exactly the same as the one in the project instruction sheets. And different walls give the different U value. On the bottom, you can see all the properties: U value, resistance, and the density. Okay, and please notice the density here is not the volume. Based on volume, it's based on the area. Okay. And different walls, that's clay brick, solid brick, and different structure, concrete, and then fibro, weatherboard, sandwich, whatever. Okay. You need to choose from this menu for the wall, given in the project. And then the roof, okay, different roofs: concrete, metal deck over concrete, and clay tile. Okay. And then you need to compare the description in the project instruction sheets, what's given, and find which, the name I think is probably given, okay. And then this including, different structure, and then I think some insulation material, air gap, whatever. Okay. These parts, chillers, boilers, and the circuits, you don't have to worry about this, but you can learn. That's for the additional load due to the equipment, due to the chiller, due to the operation of the boiler, chiller. And in your project, you don't have to do anything for this part, okay? And the preconditioner, this part, not included in your project as well, but you can see, the information can be given here, and then it's, and also the location for the numbers, okay, in this air handling unit. That's for project. And then if we go back, click, okay, the yellow arrow, okay, and go back to the first page, and then click on A. Can you see next to P? Okay, that's the air handling units. And in this part, okay, basically we just select what kind of, what type of system. Heating, cooling, reverse cycle heat pump, VAV, variation air valve, no reheat with reheat, whatever, okay. And I think your project, we just start from a simple one, with a single zone cooling system, okay. So you don't have to change yet. Sorry? Oh, okay, what's happened? Oh, hang on. Why? I just try again. Oh, it's all right. Yeah, it's I saw that this window is not. Yeah, that's the window I explained. Yeah, it's there. Okay, and also you need to input the design conditions, or you don't have to input. I think that's the standard. Okay. For example, because we are going to perform the cooling load estimation, so the summer standard design condition, 20 degrees Celsius dry bulb temperature, and 50% relative humidity. Okay, so you don't have to change this one. And I think probably you already learned why in the winter the standard air is lower, and in the summer the standard temperature is higher. Basically, it's to minimize the energy consumed. Okay. And then I think here, or not here, operating time. I think operating time will be from 6, because start earlier than the people arrived, and then switched off, when people already finished work. Okay, this part basically we don't have much to do, okay? And then the coil part, to input the bypass vectors, you can input by bypass vector, or you can input with the fixed leaving condition of the supply air. Okay, so if you choose this one, will be fixed leaving condition for the supply air. That's the supply air's dry bulb temperature and wet bulb temperature. Okay. And then fix the supply air by the volumetric flow rate, and also bypass type. The bypass, I think, is return mix should be, yeah. And I think it's better to just use bypass vector, just input the bypass vector, because in the very front page we give, I think that's 10 degrees Celsius, and here give 10 to 12%. I think 15% is all right, but it's a little bit high. Allowed, yeah, but 10% would be better because we know the bypass factor greater just means more air bypass the cooling process. It's less efficient. I recommend, yes. In the project, I recommend just input the bypass factor. Also, you can try others, see what happens. Yeah. So because we are learning anyway. And then the additional heat gain from the equipment from the duct, whatever, I think it's not given in the project. You can try or you don't have to. It's not a requirement for this part. Okay, the load from the equipment and also the system. Okay, and this part you will need to, I think, give the, as I suggested, that's the point 4 is the air change, number of air change due to infiltration, but in the project it's not given, this one, and also it's inside the building, the office. Okay, you don't have to do anything for. You can just leave it like that, point 4. Okay. But you need to input the air, fresh air, volumetric flow rate. Okay, you can input by liter per seconds or number of air changes. Okay, can be fixed or can be based on the airflow rate based on the unit area in the air conditioned area, and then see how it's given in the project. Okay, it's given. I think the condition is given one of them. Okay, and then external walls. And then here you will see all the east wall, north wall, and probably this one, the roof or whatever. Okay, I think probably that's all. Yeah, that's all. Yeah. And then now you can see, okay, you can see the window's name, right? Front, roof, or whatever, and also walls name, right? That's the that's the shade. This one is the shading scheme. Okay, sorry. This one. That's the shading. Like the overhang, the reviews. Okay, and then this from here. That's the wall and the roof. Okay, and then you can see that's the name of the wall. One of them is roofs. Okay, but the others you don't have, as long as you have the name, because even you didn't define, but once you give the number of the wall, I think all the information about this wall will be extracted from the library. Okay, so only roofs defined in the wall area in the project. Remember, okay, and R15, that's a number as well. Okay. If you have the number, you can use the number as the name. Okay. And all the information will be given for the walls and also window here. Okay. Side window, front window, and how many? For example, here, okay, 3, and front only 1. Okay, this type. Okay. And then direction of the that's the number of windows, vertical or horizontal, okay? And this one is horizontal. And then shading scheme, okay? And you already had all of this, okay, in the window parts. And but you, in this part, you need to define the location, the position of the windows, okay, by play these numbers, okay. I play with these numbers. And also the shading scheme, and that's the numbers of the, you know, the position as well, okay. And then when this number changed, I think the location of the windows will be changed. So that's for the external wall parts. If we have a look north wall, okay, and then that's the wall material, and that's the shading, and that's the name of the window, okay, and then offset, vertical, that's horizontal offset, that's the you know, the yellow area from the blue to the reveal, this side, okay. And for this wall, okay, that's the you know, the vertical side offset from the window, okay, from the window, that's the 1000 millimeters. Okay, if we change the number, you can see that that's too big. Okay, then you can see the location changed. Okay. Partitions. Okay, if you know, some of the, you know, in this project there is one partition. In your project there is no partition. And then that's the area of the partition, and also the EU value for the material used for partition. And you know, the cool flag, heat flag, I think that, you know, how to choose this value, I think all you need to read the manual. Okay. But in project we don't have partitions. The final part, we used to, when we click on this you know, symbol, used to get a menu like that, but not everyone. I think that's still a problem in installing the software in the computer. But that's enough. I think the online menu is enough. This part is the cooling load from the people, from the lighting, from the activities. Okay. For example, for this part is for people. Okay, number one is for people. You can define number of people in different ways. Okay, that's number of. Okay, and also you can define people by number of people per 10 meters squares, or floor area divided by number of people. Okay, there are 3 ways. So when you read the instruction, you can see one of them. And then activity ID number. Okay. And number 10 is factory. Okay, and you know, heavy area. Okay. This one. Okay, when you click on the number, the activity ID, you will see all the selections that you can choose. Number 1, theater. Number 2, high school. Number 3, office or hotels or whatever. Okay, and number 6, bank. Number 9, halls, ballroom. Okay. And then the, you know, the activity description will, you know, just automatically turn up here. For lighting, you need to give a number, okay? How many lines? How many lines does watts per meter squared? Okay, and this number is 24 watts per meter squared. And also, and schedule number is in the, you remember in project, the second one, schedule, for the time, that's corresponding to the number there, okay? And then you can choose the total kilowatts or watts per meter squared. Okay, and also you need to choose what kind of lines. Okay, there are different lines here. Okay. Different lines will cause different load. Okay. Yes. I think I don't remember. You need to read the project. You mean in the project, right? Yeah, in the project I don't remember. We can have a look very soon. Sorry.
It is office art generally fluorescent pieces like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's what all these items you need to input, before you start calculations. And then when we go back, and then now I think the coil probably because we changed something. That's why we got the red face here. Okay, we got the red face here. I just go back to have a look. Coil. Okay, bypass factor. See if it's alright. Now it should be alright. Okay? Yeah. And then when all the input are alright and shown by these smiling faces, and then you can start a calculation by click on this camel. Can you see the camel? By click on this camel next to the eye. Yeah. And then you will get this data change information message, and then calculation. Okay. After the calculation finished, you can see the psychometric chart here. Okay, that's what we learned in the class. Remember typical cycle and a little bit idealized. That's a room condition, 24 degrees dry bulb temperature and 50% relative humidity. And then also the outside air condition given. And then that's the mixture between the fresh air and the return air. And then the mixture goes through the cooling coil. Okay, and then that's the supply air. I think it slightly changed from the supply air to somewhere before it's sent getting into the room. Okay, and also, and when you finish the project, I'm very quick. You're already finished. And then after you've done the calculation, you will get all the results. And then here, we go to the printing selection. Okay. Printing selection, I think you don't need to, because that's just one zone, so you don't have to do anything. You just select all of them, okay? Select all of them, and then each of the items, you need to click on the name of the air handling units, okay? Otherwise, you wouldn't get the information. And click all the items, and then click on the name of the air handling units, cooling results, heating results, cooling results, checking, combined results, load charts, okay? Cooling load, heating load. Data reiteration in the calculation, and then print. Okay. After here, I think because you will need to save these documents in PDF, but as far as I know, I can't save. Yeah, just try. Okay. No. Save text. Yeah, I think I need to report to the ITD. I tried all the parts except this part. It used to be a file and then you can print, but this one doesn't have the print option. Okay, and I think I'll leave Ahmed how to save the file. Yeah.
Well, actually now we can do it because we're working on the computer, so it's in the C. But on the other case, we can do it here.
No.
No, you have to go up. Oh, you mean you want to say that?
Yeah. No, summary doesn't. I saw that you know how to save. Not this one. We used
I
to
saved the
get
project, but not that.
print. You got it. Yeah, come to the front. Yeah, you come here. I think I spent a lot of time on this. Oh, print the review. Oh, okay. Yes, that's what I forgot. And then you can save it. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Actually, I forgot. It's not that problem. Print. Yeah. Where is it?
This needs to be the frequent multiple ID.
What's that? No. This one? Not this one. You can't say. No. Close. Yeah, close. And then, yeah.
It was an ID and you had to research it.
Oh, okay. Oh, it disappeared. Yeah, the print. Here. No, I just go back. And then maybe. No, just do the results. Yeah, I just tried one. It's still this one. No, open now. Oh, okay. But anyway, that's all I need to explain for your project for a CAMEL. Next. Yeah. Just do that later. No. Yeah, we'll do that later. Okay, I just leave this CAMEL, and then we go to the project. Okay, you get online. Okay, if we go to UDS Online, then you can see from the subject documents. Okay, and there is a folder called project, and actually this manual I just downloaded from CAMEL website. Okay, we have a look introduction to project. That's the project sheets, objectives. Okay, and then the schedule is like that. Week 8, now is week 8, right? So during the class time, we learn CAMEL in this computer room, and then between today and next Monday, teamwork on the project, okay? And then next week, week 9, lecture time, okay, completing the project and submitting documents on UTS Online, and also the interview will be scheduled, has already been scheduled. So you need to please read my email sent today. I think some people didn't, just ignore my email. Yeah. Okay, and if you ignore, then you will miss the information. So everyone should be in a team and then register into one of the groups. And then if we have looked at the group, okay, groups, and then you can see now how many people, less than half registered, okay. We have 16 groups together, and all the time for the interview, just scheduled like that. And Mahan and I will interview, then I will interview half 8 of the groups, and then Mahan will interview the other 8 groups. Okay? Is that clear? The people on this side? Everyone needs to join a group and register on UTS Online, because after the interview, you will need to submit the printed output file on UTS Online and the group submission. Okay? Is that clear? For the activities in this project, right? Is that clear to everyone? Has everyone got the team? Yeah, okay. So you just register into one of these groups, and then you will know what time you will be interviewed. And then in the interview, as I said,